All right, I am so excited to be able to finally share these prototype demos of our CSS switch proposal. We developed these at Igalia as part of R&D, is our own investment into the Web Commons. These demos are in a fork of Chromium. They are not currently on a standards proposal. There is not any plan to ship this anywhere. Nobody should get ahead of themselves. This is going to take a while. But this is for informing our approach and feedback. So if you don't know what Switch is about, it is about the container queries problem. Container query problems are actually many problems. They're full of difficulties. And the real challenge is, in a way, how to get there. So we believe that after years of discussion and talking with implementers and looking at the problem space, we believe that we do this best by achievable steps that begin answering some of those hard questions and shipping pieces. And Switch is our answer to that. So if you don't know the container queries problem, it is that media queries are how we do responsive design today. And those are based on the viewport. But what you often want to do, most of the time, in fact, what you want to do is design an individual component and then specify how that responds to its available space, however it's used. So in this case, we have a form and we just want to say, well, the form just lays everything out in one column unless it starts getting big enough where space becomes available, then it should lay out in two columns with this pretty discrete relationship between what goes in the column. But then if I have a lot of space, I want it to actually switch to 4 columns with bigger spaces for the fields than the labels. So that's the idea. This is actually running in our proposal. A more common use case is that you just want to create a component with discrete relationships. So here is an example of a very simple card design, not an even especially beautiful one, but it has different discrete relationships based on the available size. And you can see here that all of the layout information is coming from the page, not the individual cards. And so I can change the available space any way that I change the available space by, say, adding margin or padding or whatever. And these components will respond based on their available size. So if I drag this in, you can see that they reorient themselves in a way that is not easy to do today. I think a better example is you can imagine that you create an image grid that has a design that has the same idea that what you're designing is the image grid and not the page. You don't know how the page is going to go, and the page will change independently. So that's what this is. And in fact, this page really has no design other than to say it is flex and the user controls the container size. So you can see that as I resize these things, they completely reorient themselves with discrete design, which is pretty awesome. So if you would like to read more about this problem and our progress, please check out my blog. We would love to hear from you on Twitter. Check us out at Igalia or at Brian Cardell. Let us know what you think.